We were just two guys talking, sharing our thoughts on God, on our religion, and people, and how it's people that bear the great, heavy, privileged burden of ministering and administering God's religion. Good people, wrong people, imperfect people, near perfect people. We confided how we knew what was true to be true. We spoke of our love of the gospel, our love of the easy things to love about the gospel, and our love of the things that make them harder for some to love. And now for us, we took an atypical path from the typical projection to get here. Yeah, we grew up in the church. Yeah, we were honestly pretty good boys. But to tell you we straight lined directly from a brand new suit the first time we passed the sacrament, to dancing enchantedly to butterfly kisses every single stake dance, to anxiously filling out mission paperwork we work summers to pay for, to attending the temple with our spouses every other weekend, and all along the way, our bright and brilliant and billowing testimonies were just leading all efforts, every Latter-day Saint day. Never waning, never doubting, never spotted. Well, we'd be lying. In fairness, we sometimes are liars. Sometimes we hate, usually people. Sometimes we're lazy and don't say a blessing before a meal. Sometimes we go a few nights without conferring with God. Sometimes we want to skip church. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we want to do hood rat stuff on the Sabbath, like run up to the store and replenish our Mountain Dew supply. Hell, sometimes we cuss. Usually accidentally. Come follow me every week. More weeks of failing at that than not, am I right? But in spite of our inadequacies, we know what to be true to be true. And we love the gospel of Jesus Christ. Maybe we're atypical members of the Church of Jesus Christ. Maybe we like that. Maybe it's okay. But maybe there's more members like us. Maybe even dozens. That's an Arrested Development reference. It's an irreverent show. It's fantastic. Maybe there's others like us that need to hear that they're doing just fine. That the pressure to be perfected saints is a good pressure, but it's okay if we're not quite there yet. That you are good enough to be counted among the members of the church. That you are exactly the type of person who should be seated in sacrament meeting. Because you know you are a work in progress. So does Christ. And that's where he needs you. Maybe you recognize that the guy who sings the harmony parts during the intermediate hymn as loud as he can needs to maybe not. We get it. You were a music major at BYU. Let's turn that major into a minor. Maybe you felt the pressure to throw in all those thous and thines and theses and whatever when you were asked to say the closing prayer and you totally blew it. Maybe you found the cutest dress to wear, but it didn't come down 6 inches past your knees, and you got that look from your young women's president. Hey, it's happened to all of us. Maybe you don't want to get married before you're 20. Maybe you don't want to drive a 14-passenger van. Maybe you just like the beats of that Jay-Z album. Maybe you don't want to linger longer. You want to linger less longer and just go home. Maybe you love the church but aren't crazy about church culture. This season on the Other Brothers podcast, we're talking church culture. The good stuff that's always felt like a blanket being placed on your back. And the not so good stuff that has pushed you away, made you cold, made you feel like you didn't belong. We were just two guys talking and thought maybe we should talk to you. We're not members of your family, members of your ward, but we are your other brothers.